Oh, man.
We back. Episode 2,
Yep. Still season 1.
season 1.
Yes, sir.
I ain't gonna lie. I was excited about football.
You were excited about football.
I was excited about football.
Oh, man.
NFL Week 1 just passed.
And it feels like a lot of things passed. My soul passed during season 1. And people gonna look, man. Can I just get to something real quick, X? Just let me, please. Just
What you got on your mind, man?
Here in Houston, man, we just went through a lot. All right. Hurricane Harvey came and did one of them old school Mike Tyson, jaw droppers on us, man. And, the city, we needed something to rally us, besides, everybody that helped out. And, it was good to see everybody come together. But, we already got on that last week, man. But during last week, the head coach of the Houston Texans, Bill O'Brien, he said,
Butt shit.
yeah, Billy O. Buttchin, he says, you know what? This season is going to be dedicated to Houston, Texas, to the Houston Texan fans.
Wait. They dedicated that out there?
They dedicated the season to the Houston Texan fans in the city of Houston, right? Well, Billy, if week 1 is going to be how you dedicate your season, the Texan season, to the city of Houston, do us all a favor and fucking stop.
Please.
Do the whole city of Houston a big-ass favor and don't dedicate shit to us no fucking more.
Did he really say that?
I swear,
dedicated
man.
what?
He said that fucking shit.
Was it before this season? At what point?
It was last week, man.
Oh,
right
Lord.
before we got
So before the game, they just played.
Look, man, I know that the Jacksonville Jaguars can't be bad forever. They weren't going to be bad forever. And I'm not saying that necessarily they're a bad team anymore, man. And, they did a lot this offseason, loading up their defense, spending some money on their defense, particularly in the front seven, man. But look, there is no way in fucking hell, that this coaching staff, this head coach, this general manager went through OTAs, training camp, the preseason, looked at this offensive line and said, you know what? That's going to work. That's going to work. That's going to be all right. We should be fine this season. Because what I saw on Sunday was complete and utter molestation of the Houston Texans offensive line.
Oh, Lord.
Molestation. I'm going that far, man. They molested my team's offensive line. They abused them.
No Vaseline.
No Vaseline.
Ice Cube style.
No Vaseline. The Jacksonville Jaguars defensive line was our daddy's, man. And I was at that game. I spent my hard-earned money to go watch that bullshit-ass product that Billy O. Buttchin and company had to offer the city of Houston that he was dedicating the season to.
This man said he dedicating the season to us.
Don't do it. Don't dedicate shit to me no damn more. I can't speak for the rest of the Texans fans and the rest of the. Don't dedicate a motherfucking thing to me no damn more.
I remember
if that's the type of shit that you gonna put out there on the field, man.
And we going back to the same thing with this man, Bill O'Brien. First of all, who put the title on this man of offensive genius?
QB guru.
Who gave this man that title? Is it just because he was on a roster one time with Tom Brady? He won a couple Super Bowl rings. We want to throw that on the title now just because he was there?
Yeah, he's living.
So we can look at history now.
He's been living off that title for a while, and he obviously got the title from his tenure in New England. But damn it, he didn't even win no damn rings in New England. He didn't win shit there. I mean, he won some regular season games. But the Patriots didn't win any rings with Billy O'Brien as their offensive coordinator, as their quarterback's coach. Nothing.
So where is this QB guru offense specialist coming from? Because I'm looking at his track record since he's been out here in Houston. Now, just last week we had a discussion about, Savage deserves a chance. You need 16 games to see. Game 1, your starter, Tom Savage.
Mm-hmm.
NFL Week 1.
Mm-hmm.
You pull him in the first half? After
This
the first
is the
half?
second time he's pulled his quote-unquote starting quarterback. The second time in 3 years he's pulled his starting quarterback in game 1.
The first half. We're going to get this man a half up. That's enough. That's enough bringing in Watson. Why did he bring in Watson? Is he trying to save his ass?
Look, man, I'm going to get to the shine in a second, and I'm praying for that young man right now, man.
Woo, behind that O-line?
Oh, God, I'm praying for him. But in 2015, as I'm sure most Texan fans remember, he started the season with Brian Hoyer as his guy. He said, that's our guy. He had Ryan Mallett waiting in the wings, and we were getting our ass beat up that first game of the year, and he pulled him. Ryan Mallett came in. He said he needed a spark. All right? So we lived with it, because nobody really wanted to see Brian Hoyer any motherfucker.
Trash.
Nobody wanted to see Brian Hoyer.
Trash.
Hindsight's 20/20, but Brian Hoyer outplayed the shit out of Ryan Mallett that year. All right? Then the following year, where they go all in on Brock Osweiler, took their chance.
Pay the man.
All right? They paid him.
Way more than anybody
But
else.
they took their chance. But, he did admirably enough for them not to pull him game 1 at least. Then comes last Sunday, and Tom Savage acquires all of 30 yards of offense. And lo and behold, Billy O'Brien, Billy O'Buttchin needs a fucking spark again. And what does he do? He throws in the second string quarterback.
But I ain't gonna lie. Now, let's keep it real now. Let's keep it real.
Oh, we are keeping it real.
Them boys had 39 yards at halftime with Tom Savage in the game now.
I don't have a problem with them pulling Tom Savage. My problem
I'm just saying now.
My problem
Are we really
is
mad at him for that choice?
no. I'm mad at him for not making the right choice from the get-go.
Thank you.
From the fucking get-go.
This
You
man-
knew, everybody knew that Tom Savage was nothing more than a serviceable backup in the league at best. Everybody knew that shit. He was a 4th-round draft pick. Nobody had this man in high regards coming out of college. He had no business being our starting quarterback from the jump. But this supposedly quarterback guru couldn't even realize that shit. And now here we are on our fucking 12th quarterback in 4 years?
Hey, I'm going to tell you some real stuff.
We started more quarterbacks than the Browns have in that
I was
span.
going to mention. Imagine the Cleveland Browns. As much noise as people talk about them, the Texans are right there in the same boat as far as starting quarterbacks. We've had so many starting quarterbacks. This shit is getting out of hand. And then pray for Deshaun. Y'all pray for Houston.
I can't believe they're finna throw this young man into the fire like that and throw him behind that wet paper mache offensive line. It's like this fucking offensive line. Our 2 tackles couldn't even start for fucking D2 schools in college right now. You got a fucking Kendall Lamb. That doesn't even sound like a football player. Kendall Lamb at left tackle, and excuse my pronunciation of this man, I'm just gonna try. Brinu Giacomini at right tackle, and be like, yeah, that's what we're going with. That's gonna be our starting front for our offensive line going into this season. We're going to be all right with that.
Look, this is not no brand new problem. When have the Texans had a decent offensive line? When does that ever happen?
You got to go back. To be perfectly honest with you, you got to go back to the Gary Kubiak days, man. Because that was the last time that they really gave a fuck about what the offensive line is going to do.
They don't address this position in the draft.
Anybody that knows football knows that shit starts in the trenches. If you can't win up front, you're not going to win no fucking games, all right? And let me get off the offense for a second, because defense, you don't deserve no damn break neither. J.J. Watt.
We got an APB on J.J.
J.J. Watt coming out with the Texas flag.
Last time
waving it, fire breathing and shit, crowd going wild and shit. I'm like, all right, Well, at least that man's gonna show up. Has anybody fucking seen J.J. Watt since 2015? Because I haven't.
Look, last time I seen JJ, he was at a charitable event donating some stuff.
And like God,
He damn sure
God
went on
bless
the
J.J.
football
Watt,
field.
man. He deserves it. All right, he raised a lot of money for the city. He does a lot in the community. But we're not talking about the community right now. We're talking about the community watching your ass and your defense go out there and give 29 points to the fucking Jacksonville Jaguars. We're talking about Leonard Fournette rushing for 100 fucking yards in his first regular season game. APB out on J.J. Watt. APB out on Jadeveon Clowney. APB out on Whitney Merciless. Brian Juicehead fucking Cushion and his injury-prone shell of himself. You know what? Cut his motherfucking ass. We're wasting $9.3 million on Brian Cushion. Cut him. He ain't even gonna play no more.
Still on roids?
Cut him. He can't even play no more. He's juiced up and can't even play. Like the juice is not even helping this man. Cut his motherfucking ass.
How you on steroids still getting concussions every game?
Look, man, maybe he did too much juice for his own good, so he was too strong and running in the offensive lineman just fucked his head up or something. I don't know. Brian Cushion's way past everything that he once was. He needs to fucking go. We are wasting
Don't
money,
do drugs.
and we're wasting development on young linebackers on fucking Brian Cushion because he's a fan favorite and shit. Fuck Brian Cushion. Fuck his $9.3 million contract. Fuck his juicing ass, PED ass using self. Get his ass off the damn team. Get him off the fucking team. I'm fed up with the same bullshit that the Texans present us every year. I'm tired of 9-7. I'm tired of worse than that. This shit has got to stop, man. And I've been a big Rich Smith fan. I think that, despite his quarterback or not drafting the quarterback issues, he's actually fielded a decent team for what it's worth, man. But this season has all the makings, all the makings of a 5-win season, man. Judging by the first week of the season.
5 wins. That's what we're going with?
That's what it's looking like, man.
Hey.
We finna throw this kid, the future of the franchise, behind the worst offensive line in the league and expect him to win on Thursday night in Cincinnati, man. And
pray for Deshaun.
Yeah, man. If y'all are praying people out there that's watching the Contenders Podcast, please pray for number 4, Deshaun Watson, because this man is going to need some holy water and a prayer. Anyway, I had to get out, shout out to Ab Life Studios, Sydney and Montgomery for producing this here, man. My boy X here with me, man.
Once again,
I'm sorry, man. We are the Contenders, and I wouldn't be myself if I didn't get that off my chest. I am thoroughly upset with the Texans right now. And this so-called football team that they showed me last night, I spent money on this shit, X. You know what I could have did with that damn money? Not spend it. I could have watched that shit on TV. I could have used that shit on my cable bill that I would have watched them fucking. Oh man, you know what, man? Man,
it was a huge disappointment considering everything around the game.
Whew.
All I know. We playing primetime Thursday night football.
Oh, man.
And, our track record in primetime games.
And a lot of, it's not good, man. I mean, we haven't exactly been a team that show up when the lights are bright and the stage is big. I can count on my hand how many, meaningful primetime games we won.
But speaking of primetime games,
yeah.
It was a primetime game on Monday night, played by a team, I root for.
So you're not feeling too much better right now?
Dub, I'm going to tell you what, we in the same boat, man.
Yeah?
We in the same boat, bro.
I watched.
I ain't going to lie. Much respect to the Vikings. I knew it wasn't going to be no easy game. We on the road, Monday Night Football. Mm-hmm. The Vikings have a formidable defense. But, I'm thinking, we got Drew Brees. We got Sean Payton.
Yeah.
Offensive genius.
Yeah. Wait, before you get into that, is that title kind of wearing out with Saints fans?
Let me get to it.
Okay.
Going into the game, I'm thinking,
yeah,
we got Drew Brees, Sean Payton, a great combination. They going to do what they do. Even if the defense don't step up, we going to score points. We got Adrian Peterson now. Drew Brees ain't got to throw the ball all the time. We can let AP run the ball, right? So I'm watching the game, Dub, It starts off nice, like I think. Yeah. AP get a nice little run by 8-9. I'm like,
yeah.
We back, baby.
Yeah.
That was about it. That was my last excitement in the first quarter, the first play of the game. That was it. From that point on, all I seen was mediocre football. Drew Brees and Sean Payton. Look, that 09 Magic we was riding on, that era is gone. That era is clearly gone. This is not the same Drew Brees we had back in 09, putting up numbers like that. I'm going to tell y'all now that era is gone.
I agree.
We went to the red zone 5 times in that game. 4 field goals. 4 field goals, bro. We talking about 12 points.
We're talking about when statistically the Saints offense the best in the league
past
right
8 years we've been top 5 offense.
Yeah, definitely.
Points per game. And we putting up 4 field goals in the red zone. And we ain't talking about no long red zone kicks, 20-yard kick, because we can't get the ball in the end zone.
With AP, mind you.
Now I'm thinking, we brought AP in. Now, of course, we're not going to use him the every down back like he may have been used his whole career. We probably told him he got to take a back seat, running back by committee. But, I'm thinking when we get first and goal, second and goal, this is time for AD all day. This is what he there for.
Exactly.
14 plays in the red zone. Guess how many plays AP was on the field?
None?
2.
2?
2 plays.
Did he even get the rock?
One time was a play action fake. He didn't even touch the ball. Man was a decoy. Sean Payton is outsmarting himself out there. This man wants to think he's such a genius. I'm not going to use my best player on the field. I'm going to fake the ball to him and do some bullshit to some rookie wide receiver that can't catch the damn ball.
Wow.
I'm tired of the bull. We used to rely on our offense. After watching that first game, we can't rely on that. We can't depend on them. And don't get me started on the defense.
Man, Sam Bradford looked like Tom Brady out there, bitch.
Was that Sam Bradford?
That was slinging Sam Bradford from OU. I mean, just going all the way back to 09
Typical
OU on that ass.
Shit. 3rd and 15, 3rd and 12, 3rd and long situations. You can't get a goddamn stop. Miscommunication on defense. You got a goddamn undrafted rookie, number 21, Devontae Harris, repeatedly getting abused on Monday Night Football. Repeatedly. This man didn't even look like he belongs on an NFL roster.
Yeah.
Do you think anything changed on the defense in the second half? Ain't nothing changed. No adjustments. All night. Ball ran down our throat. Passes down our throat. Nothing changed.
Man.
It wasn't a good week.
It wasn't. I mean,
I was excited about football. I was.
Both of us were, man. And maybe week 2, hopefully we'll bring something different. But if you feeling any way I'm feeling about your team, man, I'm going to have a lot of alcohol on deck come tomorrow night, man. Stephon Diggs, man, I mean, I got to give credit where it's due, man. That boy's a baller, man. And I don't know.
We made Stephon Diggs look like Randy Moss.
He definitely look like Randy Moss.
He's far from Randy Moss. I'm sorry.
We ain't going to put that title on him, but the boy can play, man. But when Thielen, I can't remember the white boy's first name, forgive me. Thielen went out there and made some plays, man. Matter of fact, he led them in receiving yards that game, man. When he's doing all that, well,
look, man, I don't want to talk about this shit. The defense, you know what? At least I went to the game. The defense been giving up shit. Yeah. That's been going on for a long time. I had no expectations of them. We got some young boys out there. Low key in the back of my mind, I thought like, yeah, maybe they'll come out and show me a little something. But you know what? I have no faith in that defense at all. Where my faith was with that offense. And after the shit I seen at the first game, I can't believe in that. So if I can't have a defense or offense, this season is not looking too good.
I mean, Drew Brees has been lifting that franchise on his back since
How long
06,
can it,
man.
Which brings me to my next point. This is Drew Brees' last year on the contract. There's been no contract talks, and this man cannot be franchise tagged again. So I know there's plenty of franchises out there that would love to give Drew Brees a 1-2 year contract.
Yeah.
On a contending team, because right now the Saints is nowhere near contending. It hurts me to say that. But, man.
Yeah. But this is the Contenders Podcast. And, I mean, once Drew Brees is gone, X.
I don't want to talk about it. It's gonna be a dark days. I'm talking about brown paper bag days.
They've had them before.
I ain't no brown paper bag type of person.
I'm about ready to put mine on, to be honest with you, man. Because, like I said, we got the making of a 5-win season right now, dog.
But look,
and we ain't got no first and second round pick to look forward to in this upcoming draft. You know what I'm saying? Because we spent both of them to get rid of Osweiler and to bring the future in. So our closest pick is a 3rd round pick.
Pray for free agency.
Look, man.
Building the future through drafts is just
free agency is one thing. All right. And if you believe in Deshaun Watson like I do, that's good. You got the quarterback. But we need some quality offensive linemen, man. And unless there's something that's going to hit the market this offseason, Lord have mercy. And shout out to Dwayne Brown, man. I know you want your guarantees. And by now, man, I'm pretty sure the whole city of Houston is rooting for you to get your guaranteed money. Because that's all he wants is guaranteed. You just give him his guarantees, get our blindside tackle back, and this has got to stop, man. 1 week is enough. I don't need to see a whole season of bullshit like this. You're going to get my quarterback hurt, and I'm talking about Deshaun. I ain't talking about Billy's guy, Tom Savage. I'm talking about Deshaun. You're going to get that boy hurt playing behind this bullshit offensive line, man. I cannot stand what the hell I saw on Sunday, man. I spent money, paid $8 a beer at fucking NRG Stadium.
We done with that, man.
Oh,
we
man.
done with that.
Okay, young.
There was other games played this week.
There was, man. Let's get into it, man.
Let's get to the first game play of the season, man. The Pats and Chiefs.
Woo! Did you see that coming?
I'm going to tell you something. This is NFL football storylines for your ass right here. The boy Kareem Hunt.
Beast.
Rookie out of Toledo, 3rd round draft pick.
Beast.
He come out first carry of his NFL career. Mind you, this man played 800 snaps in college, never fumbled the ball one time.
Ever.
He comes out on his first NFL career carry and fumbles the rock.
Mm-hmm. But sometimes you got to get brought down back to reality, man.
If that's not a humbling moment right there. You a rookie, your first game in NFL, prime time, you fumble that ball. Everybody seen that just now.
But you know what they say. The makers of a man, it's not about how hard you get hit and fall down, but how well you pick yourself back up, man.
And let me tell you something. This man picked himself back up and had one hell of a game. That boy did the fool out there.
Hey, you know what? I'm pretty sure there's not one fantasy owner in the world that had Kareem Hunt on their squad.
Oh yeah, he was on a couple. He was a sleeper now. He was on
was
some squads. Oh yeah. People had him in.
That surprised the hell out of me because I never heard of the guy.
Yeah.
To be completely honest with you, I never heard of the guy.
Me personally, that was my first time hearing of him. But hey, I know who Kareem Hunt is now. Yeah. He showed out. He can catch the ball, run the ball.
Yes, sir.
But, what's up with Tom Brady and the Patriots, though, man? We talking about the defending Super Bowl champs. They was on their home field, brought the banners out, had the spectacular fireworks and the celebrations. Then you come out on your home field in Gillette Stadium and get smacked like that?
42 points, man. The Patriots were the number 1 scoring defense in the league last year.
I ain't see that defense. What happened to that defense?
That's what I want to know, man. And then your boy Hightower gets hurt.
Oh, key
who's
right
probably their best defensive player, man. When any key plays for the Patriots defense happen, it's because of Dante Hightower, man, and he's gone. He gone. I'm not sure how long, but he gone. And if Matt Patricia's defense is going to give up 42 points a game, granted, not everybody's got an offense like the Chiefs got. They got a ton of speed on the Chiefs' offense, man.
Oh, yeah,
that
they got
offense
some
is
speed
nice.
for sure, man. The Chiefs going to be like I mentioned last week, Andy Reid, Alex Smith, and Tyreek Hill. Now, Andy Reid, he's another guy, offensive guru.
Yeah.
Alex Smith, this man has been winning his whole life. You look back at Utah, this man just won his whole life. He's still underrated. People still don't give him a spot.
And even though he didn't have particularly a big game, Travis Kelce might be the best tight end in the league, depending on who you ask.
He's definitely
honestly,
top
I think he's number 2 in my opinion. But
I don't know. I say top 5. I ain't say he's the best though. Nah, I don't know about that.
Yeah, Travis Kelce a monster.
But they got some weapons for sure.
Yeah, man, they definitely got some weapons, and if you are a fan of a team in the AFC, man, you better watch out for them Kansas City Chiefs, man.
They do.
But I'm getting to some more of these games, man. As bad as I felt it kind of gave me a little bit of solace that everybody else, besides the Jacksonville Jaguars and the AFC South lost, Oakland went down to Tennessee and, beat them up all right, 26-16.
Beast mode back.
Beast mode is back, man. Can we just go ahead and say Derek Carr is pretty damn good? Derek Carr is pretty fucking good. And it's safe to say that if you're a Texans fan, that's not really sitting well with you either. Because we just got the wrong damn car.
Had the wrong car.
We got the wrong car. We went to the lot and we bought a lemon. And the Raiders, they went and bought them a refurbished Cadillac that had no mileage and no leakage, man.
Nah, what we did, we got us a car with no insurance, no old line.
Oh, man.
That's what happened.
It's
that big got
Derek
wrecked
Carr,
quick.
man. Derek Carr, 22 or 32, 262, 2 touchdowns, no picks, man. Balling. And, the Raiders, a lot of people just, they don't want to really buy, and I can't say a lot because some people are jumping on that Raiders bandwagon, but there's still some people that are kind of, they don't know if they should do that. Look, man, I don't care how you feel about the Raiders defense, man. The Raiders are going to make some noise this year, and, it's going to come down between them and Kansas City in that division this year. It's going to be fun to watch, man.
Tell you what, the Raiders always have fans everywhere, no matter they good
fan base
or
is
sorry.
large, bro.
They are one of the biggest and largest fan base in the NFL.
Yes,
so
sir.
that's one thing I will always do respect
Silver and
about the
black.
Raiders. And it's gonna hurt me to see them boys leave Oakland like that to go to Vegas. And that's why I got so much respect for Marshawn Lynch going out there, coming out, signing with the Raiders, and having that first game like that. You seen that boy run over that man like that?
Man, that's just one on the body count, right?
I was another one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Why can't AP do that shit? Where the fuck was that?
I mean, look, Marshawn, he's an Oak Town dude, man. He's from Oakland, man, and he wanted to ride out the last days of the Raiders in Oakland as an Oakland brother, man. And, I like it, too, to be honest with you. He came out of retirement to play with them. And
I mean, you don't get NFL storylines, man. That's
yeah,
what it is,
man. You got to love that.
They do.
I'm pretty sure all Oakland is riding behind Marshawn Lynch and the Raiders right now. They got a lot to be happy about right now, man. Going to some more of these games, man. Pittsburgh, did you know Ben Roethlisberger is the winningest quarterback in Cleveland Browns Stadium?
Hold up, the man on the other team
Is the
you
winningest,
didn't pay for the team?
the winningest quarterback in Cleveland, the new Cleveland Browns Stadium, the one that's been there since 99. 11-0 in Cleveland Browns Stadium, man.
It's a damn shame.
11-0. Now, granted, it wasn't pretty.
It was a close game. Now the Browns, Deshaun Kaiser, hey, look,
Kid's
rookie
good,
out there now.
Yeah, man.
Do the Browns got a future? I don't know about that.
Yeah.
But it was a close game.
They still the Browns. But if I'm a Browns fan, as much as y'all lose to the Steelers, that loss wasn't as bad as the other ones had been in the past, man, because you saw your future going out there and making some plays, man. He did all right for himself, man. 20 of 30, 222 yards, a touchdown, a pick. You'll live with that if you're a Cleveland Browns fan. Because Lord knows.
Can I talk about the most surprising thing that I seen on the damn scoreboard when I was just glancing through games?
Talk to me.
How the hell the Rams put up 49 points?
That's an easy one. For me personally.
What? The Los Angeles Rams with Jared Goff as quarterback, you think that's common for them boys to be putting up 49 points?
Common? No. Against the Colts? The Indianapolis Colts, outside of Andrew Luck, have by far the worst roster in the NFL, including the Browns, including the Rams, including any team you want to think of, the Buffalo Bills, whoever.
The Jets?
The Jets. Name
Jets
your
is pretty
team.
horrible this year.
Name your team. Besides Andrew Luck, the Indianapolis Colts have a worse roster than that team, man.
What's going on in Indy? And there's no Andrew Luck. Rumors of him when they get out his long-term contract. It's a lot of dysfunction going on.
Man, that man has been getting beat up his whole career. There was no way he was finna sustain that type of beating his whole career. And it's starting to catch up to him now, man. They got an owner who a drug head. He pops pills. He loves strippers like James Harden does. And they can't field a roster to save their lives. They got lucky that the 1 year that they won 2 games, Andrew Luck just happened to be coming out of college. Because if that were not the case, we would be talking about the Colts being a perennial team that won 1 or 2 games a year because their roster is that bad. Scott Tolzien, man, let me pull up Scott
who is that?
Tolzien's numbers real
Who
quick.
is that?
Scott
Is he a
Tolzien,
hockey player?
Scott Tolzien, 9 of 18, 128 yards, no touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 2 pick sixes.
2 of them came back to the house.
2 pick sixes. So it wasn't necessarily that the Rams put up 46 points on offense. It was that the Colts are so bad as a roster, they couldn't help but get that many fucking points.
Hey, but look, LA got some weapons now. The addition of Sammy Watkins, he out there now.
Yes, sir.
They got a rookie out there, Cup, out there making plays.
And their defense is not to be slept on, man.
Nah, you know they got the D.
They got a solid defense. And Aaron Donald didn't even play.
Ty Gurley still back there.
Yep.
I mean, hey, Jared Goff kind of surprised me, man. I was like, hold up, was Goff in the game?
He was.
He was out there.
We're gonna take Goff's performance with a grain of salt,
yeah,
considering
yeah,
it was
of
against the Colts, man.
He still last to me. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I mean, but damn. I mean, he had 306 yards. I mean,
hey, against the Colts. Like
against the Colts.
But look, man, we coming up on week 2, man. We got some games coming up. Now, this is the session y'all should tune in for. We're going to be making some predictions. I'm going to give you some locks, too. So, look, if you want to make some money in Vegas, you might want to pay attention to this next segment right here, man.
The Contenders Podcast, man, recorded and produced by Simeon Montgomery, Life Studios, man. My brother X.
Yes, sir.
Man, yeah, let's get into week 2, man. Let's get into week 2.
We're going to start off with the Thursday night football game.
Oh, Lord, do we have to?
We got to get to it, man.
Do we have to?
Houston traveling to Cincinnati.
Cincinnati, 6-point favorites at home.
Are they 6-point favorites right now?
6-point favorites. Vegas got them minus 6.5.
They done raised
6.5, I should say.
Oh, my. So how you feeling about that game, man? Houston at Cincinnati. What you think with the spread? 6.5 to Houston.
I mean, obviously Vegas is judging by last week.
Right.
And that's what I'm going to judge by. And if we're going to judge by last week, Cincinnati got shut out.
Nah, we're not judging by last week, though. We talking about this week.
But we got to go off the performance from last week. And Cincinnati didn't score any points against the Ravens.
20-0 they lost.
Andy Dalton threw 3-4 picks last game. So they're going to be pissed. They're going to be trying to show their fans something. And last I checked, they didn't have 7 players that wasn't going to play this game. The Texans are going into this game, 5 players in a concussion protocol as we speak. 7 are not going to play. 7 starters, mind you. So, honestly, I think that spread is about right. A 6.5 dog in Cincinnati on the road, starting a rookie QB behind a makeshift O-line, a defense that just gave up 29 points to the Jaguars.
Who you got?
God, man. I got to go with Cincinnati, man. I mean, look. But I got to go with Cincinnati. I mean,
So
until the Texans show me
plus
something.
6.5. I mean, minus 6.5.
Yeah. Until show me some life, I think they cover that, man.
Look,
I think the Bengals cover that easy, to be honest with
I'm
you.
going with the Texans. I'm taking the points. I think we come out next game with a whole different energy. The running game gets going. Deshaun Watson makes a few plays. Our
Hope you're
defense
right.
shows up.
Hope you're
and
right.
I think we get the win on the road.
Hope you're right,
take
man.
the Texans, man.
Hope you're right. I know we've had Cincinnati's number, man, but like I said, man, I just saw a piss poor, pathetic performance from my team, and right now my faith is really low. I'm looking for the Texans to restore my faith, so until they do so, I'm gonna just take the points, man. Cincinnati, I got Cincinnati covering that, man.
All right. You know, we ain't gonna do all the games because I ain't want to talk about some of these games.
Well, let's go. Hold on. Let's go ahead and go to. We got the Patriots going to the Superdome.
Oh yeah, we
All
gonna
right.
mention that one.
The Saints are 6.5-point underdogs themselves. How you feel about that? What you feel?
Man, your lines is way different from mine, but yeah. But yeah, if we're 6.5, you know what? I'm taking the Saints on that. Plus 6.5 at home. Come on, you can't lose with that. After getting embarrassed Monday Night Football, we're coming back home. Tom Brady and the Patriots offense, they didn't really look that spectacular to me. And, like, you know, it's crazy that Sam Bradford lit us up for me to be saying Tom Brady ain't going to come in there and light us up. But you know what? Playing in that Superdome, that's a whole different environment.
Yeah, I got to agree with you on that, man. I don't think the Patriots cover that spread, but I do think they get the win by 3. The New Orleans Saints, man, look, until I see, like, I don't know what y'all got to do on defense. I do not know. Because I know that y'all spending the picks. I know y'all spending the money, but it's just not paying off right now. And until I see otherwise on that defensive side of the ball, I don't doubt Drew Brees and Sean Payton per se on offense. I think they're going to get it together eventually. I mean, I know one last week, but they'll get it together. You're not going to shut the Saints offense out every week, man. That's not going to happen. Especially now with New England the defense looking like they did last week. But until that Saints defense shows me something, man, it's hard for me to just, take them to win against the Super Bowl champs right now, man. So I'm going to go ahead and take New England winning the game, but I don't think they cover that, man. I will go ahead and take the Saints as far as that 6.5 dog is.
Now, look, I'm going to go ahead and give y'all a lock. I'm going to give y'all a lock. What a lock means, a for sure pick. Let's talk about this Green Bay Packers traveling to Atlanta.
Uh-oh.
The spread is actually favored for Atlanta.
-3.
Atlanta -3 against the Packers. Now, we talking about Atlanta Falcons team who just played the Chicago Bears. The Bears is not a good team. And it came down to the last play. Really, the Bears should have run the game. The man dropped the ball in the end zone. But the Falcons almost lost to the Bears. Now, you mean to tell me they going to stop Aaron Rodgers and the Packers from coming out there and beating them?
We know that ain't going to happen.
Look, it's a lock. Take the Packers +3 traveling to Atlanta. That's X's guaranteed. Take it to the bank. Holla at me.
Yeah, that's a Sunday night football game too, man. I got to agree with you again, man. I mean, there's no way in hell Green Bay goes into Atlanta and doesn't cover. I mean, they're going to, honestly, they're going to win that game by 14 in my opinion. But
it ain't going to be close.
Yeah, it's not going to be close, man. Atlanta's one of those teams, man, to where, they tend to fool a lot of people, make a lot of people think otherwise than what they really, really are, man. They've been fooling people for a long time. You can go all the way back to 9-8.
They are who we thought they were.
Yeah. Take the Packers to cover that. They will cover that. There's no way in hell.
Give me a lock, dog.
There's no way in hell Atlanta's winning that,
Give me a lock, man. We need one from you.
Let me see what I got, man. I mean, I could do an easy lock, but that's just not gonna be me.
We need a lock, man.
I can give you a lock, but see, I don't want to just give you, a lock that everybody knows is gonna happen, man.
Let's go, man.
Okay.
Let's get it.
So I'm gonna go ahead and go to Minnesota and Pittsburgh, man.
All right.
Pittsburgh at home. They're 5.5 favorites at home. All right. Minnesota's coming off a primetime win on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the Minnesota Vikings, they may have lived up to what people thought their defense could be, but they're not going to do it against Big Ben in this offense, man. It's not going to happen. Big Ben in this offense will cover that spread. They will cover that 5.5-point spread, man. The Vikings, I do think the Vikings will win maybe 8 or more games this year, but they're not going to win that division. That's the Packers division until proven otherwise. But, a lot of people tend to hop on the Vikings were the last team to go undefeated last year. They were 5-0 last year.
Okay.
They were the last team to go 5-0 last year. And, their defense is stout. But we're still talking about Sam Bradford here. I'm a big Mike Tomlin fan. That dude's got swag, man. All he does is win. All he does is produce 11-win seasons, 12-win seasons every year, man. The Pittsburgh Steelers will cover that spread. That's my lock. Pittsburgh 5.5, take it.
There you go. That is our predictions for week 2.
Yes,
we
sir.
gave y'all locks. Now, look, go ahead and run with that. If y'all win, I want to cut. And if y'all lose, I ain't got nothing to do with that. Was your choice.
This week, you ain't got to give me nothing. But the next week, I'm going to want a little percentage of that, man.
Hey, real quick, man, get some. I seen some on ESPN.
What you see, man?
They coming out, everybody got a list they do, top 100 players. I don't know if they doing top 75.
Oh, I know where you're going.
I just seen something real disrespectful, though.
I know where you're going.
Something real disrespectful. I guess 75 through 51 came out recently.
I heard about it, but I didn't look at it. So tell me what's up.
A key thing that caught my eye was the position of Carmelo Anthony.
Oh.
The Carmelo Anthony that's rumored to be coming to the Houston Rockets, but it's all just rumors. We don't know what's going to happen with that.
So far.
It's some talks in the air, a couple of pickup games going on out there,
Yeah.
But I guess where this man is ranked in ESPN's 2017 NBA player rankings.
Carmelo Anthony?
Carmelo Anthony. I mean, just give me a range. I mean, like,
At least a 35 range, huh?
that boy said 35, like top 35,
Yeah.
not even top 30, not top 25.
No, at least. We're talking about ESPN here. They got some stupid ass people in ESPN.
I mean, I get it, but I mean, who in their right mind wouldn't say that Melo was in top 35, top 40, top 25 in my opinion?
This is not my top 25.
I know. It ain't my top 25. I'm just saying. That's what I would guess. Top 25.
Yeah, me personally, Melo's in my top 25 players in the NBA, definitely.
Man, look, ESPN got him in their top 50.
No, who is in the top 50? He's not. That's a better question. Matter of fact, before you get to that, where's Melo ranked?
Carmelo Anthony is ranked number 64 on ESPN's top players. Number 64. And let me tell you who's right in front of Melo. You're going to get pissed off. None other than Big Baller Brand Zone.
No. This man has not played one game yet.
Look, we got Lonzo Ball one spot ahead of Carmelo Anthony.
Lonzo, let me get this straight. Let me get this straight.
I don't believe this.
A man that doesn't even have that doesn't even have a stat line for one NBA regular season game is ahead of how long Melo been playing? 16 years?
Something like that. Look,
how's that even possible?
What does ESPN have against Melo? What did Melo do to the folks at ESPN?
Oh God!
What's going on with? Look, Eric Gordon, number 62. Oh, this list is real disrespectful. As I'm just scrolling through this.
Read me some names, please.
Robert Covington at number 55.
Robert Covington? That was on the Rockets D-League roster 2 years ago?
Drew Holiday, number 52. Brook Lopez, 51. What, Brook Lopez?
I like Lopez. He's a nice player.
Let's take it. They got 31 through 50 out right now. Exclusive. Just came out today. Who was on this list? Top 50. Pat Bev, number 50. All right.
I'll rock with it.
Ricky Rubio, number 48.
What?
Nah, I disagree. Dragic, 47. Steven Adams, 46. LaMarcus Aldridge, 45. Ooh, man. Iguodala, number 43. Otto Porter, number 42.
Otto Porter ahead of Carmelo Anthony?
DeMar DeRozan kind of high. 39? I don't know.
You know what? No, I can live with that. I'm okay with that.
Miles Turner, number 36.
No, come on now. Give me a break. Give me a break, man.
It's some questionable lists.
This
is very questionable.
And keep in mind, Contenders Podcast audience.
Ooh,
these are the people that you...
One more for you. One more. Isaiah Thomas at 33?
Contenders Podcast audience, these are the people that are some people's go-to for sports information. The good old folks over at ESPN. All right? Now, if they ain't losing credibility, just by that alone, I don't know what y'all listening to. If you pay attention or love the NBA like me and X do, and you look at that list and don't have just mounds and mounds of issues with it, I gotta question your basketball IQ, man. There's no way in hell that some of these players he just mentioned should be mentioned above Carmelo Anthony, man.
Robert Covington, number 55.
Robert Covington. He plays for the Sixers, mind you. And he was on the Houston Rockets developmental league team, the Rio Grande Vipers, 2 years ago. He couldn't even get playing time on the Rockets.
They got something on Melo. Or Melo got something. I don't know what happened behind the scenes, but
he must have threw some shade at ESPN,
something
man.
happened at Disney World or something. Because, look, I don't understand that type of disrespect.
That's so disrespectful, man.
It don't make no sense. But, hey, that's what it is, man. Quick baseball. Cleveland Indians is on a 21-game winning streak.
Longest in league history.
Longest in AL league history.
Longest in league history, man.
And
lo and behold, the not only did the Texans have a terrible weekend, but so did my Astros, getting swept by the division dwellers, Oakland A's, man. Got swept. The pitching was absolutely horrific. The bullpen was horrific. And not to mention, Dallas Keuchel came out Sunday and just looked terrible. All right. But last night, Justin Verlander.
He came back strong again for us.
Came in, 112 pitches, 9 strikeouts, 8 innings strong, 1 walk, 1 hit, no runs.
Now that's playoff baseball right there.
That's playoff baseball. And if you're A.J. Hinch and you're Jeff Luhnow, that's got to be your day one, your game one starter in the postseason, man.
Look, Keuchel got to take the back seat. He was
Yeah.
talking all that noise. We should have got an ace at the deadline. We got one.
And he's outperforming you right now, man.
Yeah, you looking kind of the back seat role, man.
Yeah, like right now, you got to go with Justin Verlander, man. He's got the playoff experience. He's savvy. He's a vet. He routinely goes 108, 106 strong, man. Like, you know, the guy's he's just everything you want out of a deadline move for a playoff team if you're trying to make a push, man. If it wasn't for him, we'll be on a losing streak right now, because right now we're losing to the Angels 5-0. We got Mike Ass Fires on the mound right now, but y'all know how Mike Fires do. But yeah, Justin Verlander, man, he's got to be your game one pitcher in the playoffs, man. Hopefully they realize that, and hopefully they do that so we won't lose that first game of the series.
Nah, as long as we got good pitching, that'd be a nice little lineup. Verlander, Keuchel,
McCullers. And that's your 1, 2, 3, man. That's your 1, 2, 3. And I think, you know,
with our bats
on the cool, I think AJ Hinch and McCullers got some beef going on right now. I'm gonna save that for next Wednesday. But I think they got some kind of plexus going on between McCullers and AJ Hinch, man, because he wanted to pitch tonight, and AJ Hinch wouldn't let him. So we're gonna dwell on that and see what happens, man.
It's all about peaking, man, and now is the time of the season when you want your team to get in a good rhythm and start peaking. I don't know how long the Indians gonna last. This little streak gonna last, but I'd rather our team go ahead and get it going right now.
I'd rather the Indians do this now than in October.
Exactly.
But once again, this is the Contenders Podcast, man, which we're gonna bring to you every Wednesday. Shout out to Young Simeon Montgomery, Ab Life Studios, Ab Life Productions, man. Shout out to everybody that's watching this on the live stream. Shout out to everybody that's joined the Facebook page, the Contenders Podcast.
Appreciate it.
Everybody that gave last week's podcast a listen to, man. Yes, we really do appreciate it, man. You know, we're going with it, man. And y'all don't have to do it, but if you did, we appreciate it wholeheartedly, man. And that'll get this week a wrap, though.
We're a work in progress. We're going to get everything going for y'all, but we appreciate the support and the love. We are the Contenders, man. I go by the name of Aviator X.
I go by the name of Marcus Devon, a.k.a. Y-Dub.
And we out this thing, man.
Until next time, y'all. Appreciate you.